Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
It's something that we saw plenty of times throughout his career. A huge chunk play, a huge chunk run from Barry Sanders.
And even though this one doesn't go for 6, worth noting, Barry had 15 career touchdown runs of greater than 50 yards. That's pretty good.
That is very good. He may have taken a loss here or there, but he often turned many of his runs into monster plays.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Vick with a give to Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
A very solid gain of 27.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will have a touchdown. Zach Zenner taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point, a bit of an adventure, but it does make it through. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Goff on 1st down. And bulldozing his way through. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Touchdown, Cardinals. Julian Edelman, 73 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And that'll kick. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
On the carry, here's Sanders. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way down to the 39. A sensational effort from Barry Sanders. 41 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And some room to work. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Barry Sanders, 39 yards. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. And now a 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming. Here's Michael Vick. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Goff. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. Will Fuller, 62 yards. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Madden Elite's heading back onto the field. They run with the Hall of Famer Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game.
And this results in 6. Touchdown. Barry Sanders with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
To return, it's Peppers. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. They set up the screen for Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Being chased out left. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On second down, here's Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he's got this down to the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dante Hightower. Coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of... There he goes, Julian Edelman. Touchdown, Cardinals. Julian Edelman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Out of the gun, Goff. He'll buy some time right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Madden Elite's offense trotting out again. This is Sanders. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Vick leads to Sanders on the draw, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know the defenders are getting up off the ground, heaving a sigh of relief. They just held Barry Sanders to a -yard run. But Barry holds the NFL record for most carries for negative yardage. The all-time leader, 1,114 yards lost.
And he's into the clear. 30, 20, 10, and it's a touchdown. Barry Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Madden Elites, they extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Extra point just does sneak over the bar. And the lead is up to 8. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Play action. It's gone. Wide open, Julian Edelman. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Julian Edelman on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And now the Cardinals are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game. Gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. The former Rutgers safety, Devin McCourty, has it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Jackson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Madden Elites offense coming back on the field. We're getting closer here now to halftime, and we may need that halftime break just because there hasn't been much of a break in this first half. A lot of points being put up.
Not much room to breathe, is there? Because these guys are going up and down the field. And let's face it, if you're the offensive coordinator for either squad, pretty happy with what you're saying. If you're the defensive coordinator,
you're not so happy.
You're frantically searching for something that'll work. You're on the headset talking to your assistant. You're checking your play sheet. You're going through your memory banks of all the tape you've watched. You've got to come up with something, anything that'll help slow them down.
Searching for answers. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. They'll run with Barry Sanders. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Hey, let's go!
Running right, here's Sanders. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Right 20! Right 20!
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. This offense so far on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? To return, it's Peppers. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Another run with Sanders. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But he was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here's Vick off the play fake for Sanders. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Goff now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Goff. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Julian Edelman that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. He dumps it off for Henry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now Goff. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jordan Thomas, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cardinals are in for 6.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result. Days like this one.
Goff throwing again. A dump off to Sproles. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Madden Elite's heading back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field. And he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Back now here at MetLife Stadium as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On play action, Vick rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On the carry, this is Zenner going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. They come up short here on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Now Goff on 1st down. Goes underneath for Henry. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's 3rd down. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Frankly, this is just stunning. Never expected these Madden elites to even be tested, yet they find themselves trailing in this contest.
It's unreal. The roster for the elites, this is David versus Goliath, but the underdog here finding a way.
Sometimes that slingshot can come through in a big way, can't it?
Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. Jackson now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Madden Elites offense trotting out again. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the number 1 headset on the sideline as a head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got room. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A sensational effort from Barry Sanders. 44 yards. Now a handoff looking right. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. They begin with Henry. Got some room at the 30. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Derrick Henry, 84 yards. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Now a handoff working right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they try the right side here. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Marlin! 12! Smart ball! Maverick ball!
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?